Today, I want to share some of the feelings I had during grief, and I would encourage you that you will make it. I still have the boxes of thank you cards that I intended to personally thank each person for everything they done. I was overwhelmed with love from so many. I appreciated every bit, but to sit and write those notes was another thing that made this all so real. I wanted to wake up and it be a terrible nightmare. My daughter-in-law offered to handle writing these for me and taking care of anything I needed. I thought I could do it, but my mind was really still in shock. I was holding on to my stubborn independence. My mind wanders from one thing to another often. I question myself on everything. Was I a good enough mom? What should I have done differently? Did I teach her enough? Did I give her enough love? One thing I do know, she knew I loved her, and I knew she loved me. There was no doubt. Grief has caused my body to physically hurt, and it seems like my brain just shuts down. My heart has ached, and sometimes it's so heavy that I think I'm going to have a heart attack. Things don't matter much anymore. People and love matters more now than ever. Am I grieving too much? Not enough? Am I too private with my grief? Am I sharing too much? Am I crazy? Those are almost daily questions. Everyone means well, but time will not heal this wound. The love I had for my daughter is going to remain with me till I die or until Jesus returns. I have destroyed this house thinking we're going to do some remodeling. The demolition was somewhat satisfying in the moment. It feels good to kick a wall and bust down some sheetrock. I wanted to pour myself into a project so I could for a minute focus on something besides my grief. Putting everything back in order was hard because the weight of the loss had taken back over. It's a constant fight to stay out of depression. It's exhausting. I can say as the years go on that those days aren't as often and I don't struggle as long. Mainly because I know who I give that battle to, Jesus. I have tried to distract myself with food, TV, projects, working. Nothing can fully distract you enough. I read the Bible so much trying to fill my mind with the Word, and I can say that does help the best. The Word says so as well. Isaiah 26:3. You will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you. We have to push through. We got to let God help us get our eyes off the circumstance and our symptoms. We got to get our focus on him. If you don't understand these feelings I've had, be very thankful, and I hope you never have to know. If you do understand these feelings, I'm so very sorry. Even though I'm going through it, there's still no words I can say that can help anyone except for trust Jesus, stay near to him because he is the only one that can get you through all of it. Because of this extraordinary love for my daughter, there is an extraordinary grief. But let me tell you of another extraordinary love. Romans 5:8. But God demonstrates his own love toward us, in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Talk about extraordinary. 1 John 4:9 says, In this the love of God was manifested toward us, that God has sent his only begotten Son into the world, that we might live through him. If you don't know this love, cry out to him and pray. Let him save you and help you through this life. I have prayed that God would keep showing me that he's near to me, because I've read in Psalms 34:18, his word says, The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. I wish I'd been writing down every single time that he's answered this prayer, because there have been so many. Before I end, I want to share what I think has been the funniest answered prayer. And it was answered his way, not mine. I was wanting to clean my kitchen really good, like wipe down cabinets, do a really good deep clean. Well, each morning I kept putting it off, saying, I'll just do it tomorrow. Well, one night while I was praying, I asked God to give me the energy and the motivation to just get right on it first thing in the morning. Well, he sure gave me the motivation. I fixed breakfast, and I was transferring gravy from the skillet to a bowl, and then I was going to move the bowl from one counter to another, and the bowl slipped out of my hand. Gravy went everywhere. The lower cabinets, the upper cabinets, the stove, the floor, the microwave. Y'all, it even hit the ceiling. I almost got upset, but then I remembered my prayer. God knew I was not going to clean that kitchen, so he gave me a reason to clean it. I was not upset. I actually laughed, and then I was praising God, and I thanked Him for everything that we had. I thanked Him that the bowl didn't break and that there was still enough gravy left in that bowl for us to eat breakfast. If this has encouraged you, please share it with someone and keep trusting in God and have a blessed week. Thanks.